This is Action Assignment 2, Hot Items by Joshua Denson and Ikpamosa Agibor for ITEC 3235, Human-Computer Interactions. Well, people learn life lessons since they were children. And the following example that most people see when they're children are Disney movies and going to elementary schools. Those are the prime examples for lifelong lessons. There's a book that is called Curiosity Killed the Cat, and it teaches of consequences at childhood age. Children tend to disobey their parents when told not to do activities that can lead to bad consequences. For example, will be a child touching a hot item in the kitchen, such as a toaster or a hot steaming pot or an oven. But usually, when that happens, children will learn via tacit knowledge and have solutions for better kitchen appliances for child safety. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, what is tacit knowledge? And this is the following. There is a scientist who by the name is Michael Polanyi who invented this term tacit knowledge. According to him, tacit knowledge is not easily shared. However, it consists of habits and culture that we do not recognize in ourselves. An example is you have a brother, right? And your brother touched hot stove and he burned his hand. From that experience, that basically can shape the tacit knowledge for good and bad. But with him touching the hot stove and burning his hands, that shaped the tacit knowledge for the bad because he realized his hands is damaged and he's hurting and his hands are hurting. But for the good because that'll prevent him from touching anything that is hot in the kitchen again. But as children, we remember traumatic experiences to prevent taking risk. But as adults, those experiences, we know what not to do so that way we could prevent ourselves from hurting again. So, what are some new safety adaptations we could implement to the current technology inside the kitchen? We can implement fingerprint safety mechanisms to fully lock the burners on the stove and the oven. The other option is we can also create a programmed child timer into a kitchen range that retracts the burners by default after a set time of inactivity. And then finally, we can also create safety alarms that has sensors or laser that can detect a young child being in the kitchen area. Well, throughout the textbook, it stated that understanding how emotions work provides a way of considering how to design for user experiences that can trigger affect or reflection. It is very important that a team needs to research to ensure the injured and their family to be involved with the process of these developments. Overall, as a survival mechanism, humans have adapted habits that are learned through observation. This type of knowledge, called tacit knowledge, although it's neutral, it has positive and negative effects to it. It can mold you to better protect yourself from various dangers, but it can also create unrealistic fears holding you back from simple tasks. Developers can design simple technological solutions to prevent harm from hot items in the kitchen, and affected families should be involved in the development to produce better products for comfort and safety. And here below are the references that we used in order to document this presentation. And I want to thank you all so much for watching this presentation. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask and we will answer your questions. Thank you very much.